I went to UCLA this past week to get my CT scan and my MRI, and I honestly thought they were going to tell me that I had lung cancer. Back up. So 3 months ago, I had another set of scans, and they told me, hey, don't worry about this too much, but you have 2 pulmonary nodules. That's tiny nodules in your lungs. And anything can cause it, they said. So it could be inflammation, it could be a bunch of things. Don't worry about it. We'll do another set of scans in 3 months, and then we'll tell you what happens. Because I know that that does happen. But when you have to wait 3 months to get another result, that period of time can really mess with your mind. So we go to UCLA last week, and we're there, and I go to get my scans, and 2 days later we meet with the doctors to get the results. And I was scheduled to see the head surgeon in the afternoon, and the oncologist in the morning. And Ricky said to me, you know what, we shouldn't be stressed out, don't worry about this, because if there's really bad news, the head surgeon would want to see you first. So I didn't worry about it. And the morning of my appointment, I get a phone call early, and it's the head surgeon's office, and they're saying, can you come in at 9:15 or can you come in at 10:15? We want to see you in the morning. And I'm like, oh my god, there's bad news. And I start sort of freaking out. And Ricky, who was asleep next to me, overheard the conversation. He woke up and he heard the conversation. And I agreed to come in at 10:15, and I hang up the phone, and he looks over at me and says, does doctor have to be somewhere in the afternoon? And I said, yeah, probably. He just has somewhere to be. And Ricky goes, did they say that? And I was like, nope. We laid in bed for about half an hour and we cried, because I thought, for real, like, this is it. Like, my oral cancer traveled to my chest. I'm gonna die of lung cancer. All these scenarios fly around your head, and you're immediately trying to like talk yourself out of them. Like, no, that's not true. That couldn't be the case. But all this evidence is piling up, meaning they called and asked me to come in earlier, which, when that happens, you immediately think the worst. And really, it might just be that the doctor's kid has a piano recital or something. You just don't know. So we get to the doctor's office, and yeah, my scans were, and I quote, they not only look great, they look perfect. Yeah, of course it was that. Of course he just was rearranging his day. Doctors do that all the time. How could I be so quick to judge that the worst was happening? But this is what we do. We're human beings. Yeah, I just want to tell you that if you find yourself in that position, don't be like me. You know, if you have a reason to worry, you can worry a little bit, but don't drive yourself crazy. Doctors, they have really full days, and they have families, and they have lives, and we don't have to immediately assume the worst. So, good news! Yay! My scans were not only great, they were perfect! I'm healthy right now. Now in 3 months, I'll have another set of scans, and we're gonna do that for a couple of years. So I still have to keep taking care of myself. I still have to exercise. I still have to do everything I can to keep beating this back. But, oh man, yay! I just wanted to tell you that, and I have one more piece of good news, but first, let's go take Bodhi to get vaccinated, and then I'll tell you in the car after we're done. Da 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 da. Totally fascinated. So who's the champion? Bodhi's a champion. Yeah. So a lot of you have been asking about my last project, CATWOMAN. And some of you might know, if you follow my Facebook page, at Real Elly Brown, that this past week, I won an award for Best Actress. It's a Maverick Movie Award. I won in my web series category. And sharing that post really renewed people's questions about how the project will look moving forward. And the truth is, I don't know. I don't know. First of all, I just want to congratulate the entire cast and crew, because everyone was nominated for something. We picked up 13 nominations for that project, and that's pretty incredible. People working on this thing, magnificent artists. When I found out that I won Best Actress in my category, I honestly laid down on the floor of my closet and I just wept. Because, you know, I think if I hadn't won, it would be such a great excuse, right? To not sort of keep pursuing my dreams, like, they didn't think I was that talented anyway, or whatever. And when I found out I won, it was, I mean, obviously I was super proud of the project. I'm super happy and grateful. And also it was this gigantic why me moment, which I really, this is going to sound crazy, but I really hadn't had a giant why me moment up until that point. I've been very, very good, I think, throughout this whole process of really keeping my ego in check and keeping my mind in the right grooves and really conditioning my thoughts to be grateful for what happened to me and happy that now I can connect to people in a different way that I couldn't before. And yeah, finding this out made me have all those feelings of happiness and gratitude and pride, but it also made me feel angry. It made me feel so angry, really, for I think the first time that this thing happened to me. And sorry. I've had a lot of time to think about this. And the truth is that, what was I before this happened to me? I was a lot of good things. A lot. But there's something better about this. There really is. I feel like I can speak to a lot more people now than I could have before. Because it's not enough to just be good or talented or pretty or any of those things. You know, people in the world aren't just these perfect robots. And we put this vision out on social media of how perfect our lives are. And, you know, I follow a lot of bloggers, and I love all of them. More power to them. But I definitely find myself sort of having judgmental thoughts about the ones that are a little bit too perfect. And I kind of start thinking like, well, you know, what do you know about anything? And that's terrible, because the truth is they do have problems. They just might be talking about fashion or clothing or beauty, and that's not their brand, that's not their business, and that's okay. And we should never go around assuming that people don't have any problems. Everybody's got a problem. If you're walking down the street and you see somebody, that person's got problems. So, I don't know what people thought before, but I know that there's more power in me the way I am now than the way I was before. And if you have a physical challenge, or a problem speaking, or any other problem, don't ever forget that now you have the ability to connect to more people just like you. And there's something so valuable in that. There's something so good in that. There's so much goodness there. And I don't ever want to take that for granted. Please stay on my channel. I know I'm hard to... Oh, I just got a message. I know I'm hard to listen to sometimes, but I feel like we can talk about the good stuff. Keep up with Hidden Vault Films. I don't know if I can finish the project. There's a lot of problems with that. It's going to take me a long time to fix my tongue, to fix my face. It's very uneven. It would be hard to shoot. Doing the martial arts, the boxing, you know, they built my jaw and my tongue out of my leg. So my leg and my face are compromised. There's a really good chance it will not be me in this film when they're ready to shoot the rest of it, but that's okay. It's okay, and I want you to follow them, and I want you to make that project so popular. Honestly, I couldn't be prouder of the folks over at Hidden Vault, Michael Tusshouse and Marcus McFadden, and everybody that works on this project. Lee Merriweather, the legendary Lee Merriweather, who won the other Maverick Award for Best Supporting Actress. And it's a hell of a film, and the rest of the series is going to be so sweet, you guys, whether or not I'm involved. So go to Hidden Vault, subscribe to them, follow it, tell your friends. If they love comics, if they love these stories, if they love these characters, tell your friends, because there's a lot of people that have strong opinions about how these stories get told, but these filmmakers bring so much integrity to the project, and I feel that what they're delivering, whether or not I'm going to be involved in the rest of it, is spectacular, just awesome. So thank you again. I love you guys so much. Tell me what you want to see, and I'm just going to start working on it, and we're going to hang out and have a great time. I love you, and so does this boy. Bodie, say bye. Say please subscribe. Bye.